Hey guys, we love giving out jackpots, and we gave out our first jackpots over this season 11 over the season 12 over the weekend, and let's talk about them.
All right, well, that first one we ended up giving out went out to Chuck 2931 over at VFW Fergus Falls. They got to take home $633.
Then we had Tracy F over at Sundance Golf Banquet Bowl on that Friday take home $665.
Nicely done. Next up, we gave out some money to Lucky over at Castaway Cushion, who took home $698.
Then $629 went out to Failbot7 over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards.
Nicely done. And then that final jackpot that went out on Friday went out to Conehead over at Maple Liquor Store, who took home $635.
Definitely some fun stuff. But getting Saturday started off right, we had Why Not Me? Well, why not you? Taking home $642 over at Beals Bar and Grill.
Nicely done. Next up, we got JJNC over at Stanley's, who took home $617.
Then we had Slappy over at American Legion Fridley, taking home $3,773.
Nicely done. The biggest jackpot of that past weekend. But next up, we gave out some cash to Jen SSBGC over at Springbrook Golf Course, who took home $610.
Yes, and then on Sunday, getting our Sunday started off right, we had Petunia over at Westwood Marina, taking home $615.
Nice job, Petunia. Next up, we had M. Dairy over at Beaver Bottom Saloon, taking home
Hey guys, and we are here for a Twins Wednesday, and we got some great PGL games down the line for you guys, and you guys just have 50 seconds to get enrolled into this very, very first game, and we'll be streaming all these games to you guys live on the Pilot TV's Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch, so make sure you guys are checking us out, checking in, and letting us know what's happening wherever you're at, so we can shoot you out some luck for those check-ins.
Absolutely, and you guys have just under 30 seconds to get enrolled in our first game, and that is going to be a little bit of top 10 action. It's going to be a lot of fun, so I can't wait to get into this first game. But if you find yourself at a location like DS Pit Stop, Blue Moon Bar and Grill, Minnesota Wing King, Club New Yorker, Midway Gas Bar and Grill, or even Shady's Silver Spur, those are the latest locations getting those Pilot TVs installed.
Definitely some great stuff there. And even Minnesota Wing King inspired us to go run to the grocery store real quick and grab some of our own wing ingredients.
Yeah, we're definitely making some wings today.
Yeah, and so we're going to be enjoying some. So thanks for the idea, Minnesota Wing King. Definitely a good one. But we do have balls dropping in this very first game of this Twins Wednesday top 10 game. First place is Good. Sixth place is Sue. Seventh place is Cam, 284. Eighth place is Lena. And in ninth place, we got Sucky.
Absolutely. But as you guys are playing from 4 to 6, the $1 edition of Jackpot Hunter gives out a ton of jackpots. And just this past happy hour earlier tonight, I have the winners who took home those minor jackpots.
Oh, definitely. Let's talk about those minor jackpots.
All right. Well, the first one that went out today went out to JTG over at Friar Tuck's Pub, getting to win $501. Next up, we had John over at Wild Bill Sports Saloon in Woodbury, taking home $417. And then that final one that went out on Gabe 20, and it went out to Emily L over at Sidetrack, who got $644.
Ooh, great stuff. As that jackpot from Emily will be getting added to our jackpot list, and we'll see how large our jackpot list gets by tomorrow. But as of today, we've given out 27 jackpots over the last 7 days, 47 jackpots during this season, and 12 not including that jackpot that just went out during the Jackpot Hunter happy hour. So I can't wait to see where this list ends up. As we got a cup of Joe in the morning tomorrow, it should be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. But just yesterday, we gave out some great cash prizes, and the one that got to count towards our rolling total went out to Winnie over at Lanesboro Golf 2, who got to take home $1,253. Nicely done, Winnie. That wasn't just the only jackpot we gave out. It was just the only one over $600 to count towards that rolling total. But yesterday's happy hour show, we actually gave out 3 different minor jackpots as well.
Yeah, the first one went out to Asian over at Union Hill Bar, taking home $430.
Nicely done. Next up, we had Becky with an I over at Classic Bull, who took home $392.
Yeah, good job, Becky. Then we had DLD over at American Legion Ashby, taking home $470, all during yesterday's Jackpot Hunter. Definitely some great stuff yesterday and today's Jackpot Hunter, where we gave give out quite a few prizes.
Oh, absolutely. But I can't wait to see all the shakeups that happened from last night's not happy hour, but our specialty night that happened tonight. And I can't wait to see which one of these players is going to be coming out and getting a bunch of PGL points as well. But if you guys want to try a chance at taking home some jackpots, our eTip side of things has a great amount of prizes on the line in each of our games. The latest one that we've released just this past year is called Later Gator. You can check out that Gator bait bonus round where you get to pick what bait you want to set out, wait for the biggest gator, and take home a trophy prize. It is a lot of fun.
Definitely some really, really fun stuff there. But we have some really fun stuff happening in this first game of TwinsWinsDay. And we got 6 minutes and 30 seconds to get the rest of those plays in. Right now, Curly Jenny's in first place. We'll see who's in second place in just one moment, as second place is Bree over at Allen's East, and third is SDL. Fourth is JJAA, and in fifth place, big time player Forget UD.
Happy to see you out there, Forget UD. Hopefully we can see you get back into our top 10s where we know you usually sit. But we got a bunch of other players like BMac Nord, Lena. I can't see who's in that 8th place spot.
Cam 284.
All right. Well, we got a bunch of players and a bunch of time left to get all those different plays in. And that second place player, Bry, has a bunch of plays left.
Yeah, we'll see if they can get into first place, as Curly Jenny does have a pretty good lead right now. Added in with a lot of plays still available. Yes. We'll see how far they can get up. But 9th place, JJAA, has still have half the plays left. We'll see how far they can get up as well.
But if you guys want to stay in the know about whenever things are happening with Pilot Games, our Facebook page is a great place for that information. Once you search up Pilot Games, you can give us a follow and a like and be able to keep up with all of our weekly bingo schedules, see amazing promo videos for when we're releasing brand new eTab games, event details, big reminders. You can send in those amazing player pictures and so much more. You can even utilize that link tree where if you go on there, it's got direct links to all of our social media pages like Twitter and Instagram, all of our streaming platforms, pgl.world, as well as all the locations around Minnesota where you can play Pilot Games.
Yeah, love that Facebook page. I mean, pgl.world, that's definitely the name of the game right now.
Oh,
as
absolutely.
we want everybody getting signed up at pgl.world so that they can get those newsletters about that upcoming PyCon registration, PyCon information.
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely worth your while. So go check out our Facebook page to see all the different options that we have. As well as, oh, wait.
Not to mention, if you guys are out there playing right now and you're not signed up at pgl.world, you're not being awarded the PGL points that get sent out during these games. So you absolutely need to sign up at pgl.world to compete for those PGL points on our specialty nights.
Oh, for sure. But we have live bingo that runs all day, every single day. But 5 days a week, we have Cup of Joe with Jordy, where you go over all the latest jackpots, all the shakeups in the standings, all the new eTavs that are coming out. It's a really fun time. So come out 30 minutes before you get into that Twins bingo to join Jordy and one of our other bingo hosts.
Whoever the lucky guy is that day.
Yeah, for a little Cup of Joe with Jordy. And before you get into the Twins bingo, that runs from 12 to 1. That runs from 12 to 1 7 days a week. And that over $6,000 jackpot did not go out while we were playing. And so it's continuing to grow into tomorrow's Twins bingo.
That's right. And Ian and Will are going to be back for tomorrow's Twins bingo. You guys definitely need to be coming out and trying your hand at taking it home. Just today, we had a player 3 balls off from taking it home. It was a close call, and we're looking to give it out soon. And hopefully, I'm thinking that Season 12 is the season that we'll get that Fabled 2 jackpot broadcast.
Oh, that would be awesome if we could get
I'm naming it and claiming it this season. It's going to happen.
It's never been done in Twins bingo, too.
Really?
Yeah,
it wasn't in Twins bingo?
It's only been done in Vikings bingo. So.
All right. Well, that's okay. The NFL season's coming up in the next 2 months, and so we could be on track to do it again.
Yeah. Hey, I want to be the first one to do it in Twins bingo. I think that'd be cool as well. I mean, it's pretty much the same game. They're both a lot of fun, though. We do just have about 3 minutes, 2 minutes? 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to get the rest of those plays in. We got Curly Jenny still in first with Bree having a few plays left, but doesn't look like it'll be enough to catch up to Curly Jenny. We'll see if anything happens there. There's sometimes some big point plays that can happen. We got Hokies in 7th as they have a few plays left, but it looks like a lot of the other players have used up the rest of their plays.
Absolutely, but after you play a little bit of Twins Bingo each and every day, it leads you right into the 25-cent card edition of Jackpot Hunter. That runs from 1 o'clock all the way till 4 p.m., and we always have a great minor, mega, and major jackpot on the line for you guys each and every day. Is a lot of fun. You guys will definitely want to come out for it tomorrow.
Oh, for sure. That minor prize goes out all the time. With that every $50, it clicks up 4 balls. When it's clean slate, $0, it's at 52 balls or less. Still a doable prize at 52 balls or less, and grows super quickly after that, as it only needs to hit $150 for it to hit that max ball count at 64 balls or less.
Absolutely, but a game that has similar rules is the $1 edition that you guys play at our lunchtime or at our happy hour show, sandwiched right in the middle of those Lucky 4 bingo games. That's what leads you right into our happy hour show at 4 p.m. That has a great jackpot that I don't think has gone out yet, has it?
Yeah, I wouldn't guess that it's gone out, or the boys would have been talking about that jackpot going out. So an over $20,000 jackpot, I'm assuming, is still available in that Lucky 4 bingo, so make sure you guys come out tomorrow for that, as well as the 23 games of Jackpot Hunter in the middle, which we gave out, 3 different minor prizes in that one?
That's right. One of them even making our jackpot list, which was awesome to see. And so definitely come out for our happy hour show from 4 to 6 tomorrow, where we always have some great prizes like that minor, major, and mega, and similar rules on that minor. Even though when it starts clean slate, it's already at a 52 ball count, but just like the 25-cent card edition, it just needs to click up, this time $100 before it clicks up 4 balls. Once it reaches $300, it'll cap off at a 64 ball count, but that cash will continue to grow if it even gets that high until it goes in your pocket.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff during all of our happy hour bingo.
Oh, yes.
But that gets you led right into the Skull Bingo games that run from 6 all the way till 10 o'clock. You guys just played an hour of that right before we went on air.
That's
you guys will have another hour after this from 9 all the way till 10 o'clock to go over that coverall that's 50 balls or less to win, the large frame that's 43 balls or less to win, and a line prize that is 10 balls or less to win. Definitely come out for that Skull Bingo after this Twins Wednesday.
That's right. You'll get to finish off your bingo day with it, but tomorrow you guys will get a full 4 hours uninterrupted all the way until Tuesday when your next interruption will be, and that's going to be a MegaSota game night. But we have just about 10 seconds left in this round of top 10, so we're about to find out if Curly Jenny, and there it is.
People must have finished their plays early, as Curly Jenny was announced very quickly over at Charlie's Bar in Rochester, taking home $261.
Nicely done. We'll get that entire top 10 for you guys in just a couple minutes, but I was about to talk about the specialty nights that we offer each and every week. Right now you're in a Twins Wednesday, but next Tuesday, that's when you get a MegaSota game night. It happens each and every Tuesday at 6:40. It's your only opportunity at seeing Tony and Nikki host a show and give out as many jackpots and PGL points as possible. They'll even have an extra opportunity at the $1 edition of Jackpot Hunter, so if there's any big cash on the line that leaves off on the happy hour show that Tuesday night, you'll get one extra lucky opportunity. They even have a Jackpot Jungle coverall that ends off their night. It's the $1 edition as well, but this time in 54 balls or less, you could be taking home a prize of over $22,943.
Definitely some great stuff in that MegaSota game night. And what we're in right now, we got some great PGL games, as this is a Twins Wednesday. Runs from 7 to 9 every single Wednesday. We got our own PGL game action as we just finished top 10. Now getting into a little bit of Vikings victory action.
That's right.
We got 2 different mini jackpots available in this one. One, the large Viking jackpot. One, the small Viking jackpot. The large one, $6,724, and that's before anybody gets enrolled. And the small, $565. Definitely some nice stuff in this Vikings victory game.
Absolutely, and you guys will have 3 different opportunities at taking home these jackpots, as we got 3 different Vikings victory games that we're going to be playing with you guys tonight. And then we also have a lot of other fun games as well, like a little top dog action after that second round. And it's going to be a lot of fun where we give out a first place prize to the biggest loser as well.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. We even have a grand finale game of Jackpot Jungle, the 25-cent edition. So on a 25-cent card, if you take it home in 52 balls or less, you'll be taking home $13,967.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Definitely some great stuff in both those PGL nights. But we got 3 minutes and 15 seconds to get enrolled in this next game. So make sure you guys are getting enrolled, as we got $7,378 of total prizes in this game of Vikings victory.
That's right, but we have some awesome national days to get into with you guys. And our first one is National National Barbershop Music Appreciation Day. Can you hear that sweet music? Well, on July 13th, National Barbershop Music Appreciation Day celebrates a cappella style of music and commemorates the anniversary of one of its musical societies.
Yeah, definitely a great day, as you don't hear about barbershop quartets anymore.
No.
And it's just a fun style of music, as you always picture. You mentioned it during the Twins broadcast earlier today, that you always envision the red striped vest with the, circle hat that has the red ribbon around it. It just
100%.
is, and then it just fits with the barbershop quartet look.
Oh, absolutely. And those of you guys who don't know, I don't know why you wouldn't, but if you don't, a barbershop quartet is a group of 4 singers who sing music in a barbershop style, categorized by a 4-part harmony without instrumental accompaniment, and so it is considered a cappella.
Ah, really, really cool stuff. I find a cappella just really, really cool
Very
in general.
cool.
Or just minimal uses of instruments, I think, is really cool. When, there's like, doesn't the Blue Man Crew just like use a bunch of random things
objects
to make their music instead of using like actual instruments? And I think that's so cool as well. And so whenever you can do that and go a little off the regular path, it's very, very cool to hear.
Absolutely, and I don't really know if it is specifically a barbershop quartet, but there's one specifically that sticks in my head as the most iconic, and I'm not even sure if you've seen this movie. I think you will at this point. The Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy.
Yes, I've seen the Haunted Mansion like one time throughout my whole life.
Well, in the graveyard, there are 4 busts that are stone heads, and they harmonize with each other, and they are a little barbershop quartet.
And that's what you envision whenever you say it here.
Absolutely. I mean, by the end of the movie, they take them with them, and they are like singing their road trip songs for them. Like that is definitely the barbershop quartet that I remember the most.
That's awesome. I don't know if I have a necessary barbershop quartet that I envision.
Usually I didn't, and so today during Twins Bingo, I had it, and I wanted more to say about these barbershop quartets tonight, and so I had to think about it a little bit, and I was like, you know what? That Haunted Mansion barbershop quartet was iconic.
Yeah, are you a big fan of the movie series of the acapella movie series?
Pitch Perfect.
Pitch Perfect.
I really liked the first one when it came out when I was younger, and then I kind of grew out of them as they started coming out with sequels.
Yeah, I think they were okay. They always had the same like nice flair to them as they were.
I'm not sure if I've seen all of them at this point. I don't know how many there are.
I only thought there were 2, so if there's any more than that, then I'm off. I think there may be 3, but I've only seen the first 2.
I've seen 1 and I've seen bits of the second.
Okay. I always thought they were fun. Did you ever learn the Cup song?
Yes, I did. I was a tween kid when it came out. Of course, I learned the Cup song.
Oh, for sure. It was so fun. I remember.
I could still probably do it from memory right now.
Oh, it was so funny. I remember as a kid, I learned how to do the whole Cup thing, and I was at my sister's basketball tournament, and she was like teaching me how to do it because I had no idea, but she knew how to do it at the time, and so she was teaching me how to do it. I had finally figured it out, and right as I'm like finally figuring it out, and I'm going hard at it, one of my buddies just walks right up behind me. He's like, "What are you doing?" And let me tell you, I've never felt more shame for any action in my life than at that moment right there, doing the Cup song right in front of my buddy, being like, "Oh, no, I'm not doing the Cup song. I don't like Pitch Perfect." What?
That's so funny.
It definitely
was catchy.
funny.
I don't blame you for wanting to learn it.
Oh, it was super fun too.
Yeah, it was easy peasy. It was a good one. That was a good one.
Yeah, it definitely was. And I thought all those movie series are super funny.
They are considered a barbershop quartet in the Haunted Mansion.
Are they really?
Yes.
That's awesome. So they sing in the barbershop style.
Absolutely. This is what they look like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they sing.
That's super fun. I really like that. Well, happy National Barbershop Music Appreciation Day. Do you have a favorite style of music that is your favorite?
That is so hard to say. No.
I'm going to go with acoustic. Acoustic's my favorite. I really like...
for the majority of my life, that has definitely been my favorite.
Yeah, I think that's always just going to generally stay my favorite, as it just is... I don't know, it's a very pure version of music.
I completely agree.
And so I really enjoyed that.
Don't get me wrong, I love a good reverb song, like a little bit of Glass Animals and stuff like that. I'm a big fan, but primarily most of my life, definitely acoustic, kind of like indie alternative.
At one point, I
more.
probably would have said acapella was one of my favorites, as it was just fun to listen to.
Yeah, no, I remember in high school they brought the Michigan State acapella guys group to our high school, and they performed for our high school, and they sold CDs, and they just swept over everybody. We had jocks that were trying to be a cappella singers at that point after they had come in.
That's so funny.
It was so funny. It brought just like this awesome culture to our high school that everyone wanted to be a part of.
Yeah, that's great.
It was very comical.
That is very, very cool. I wish I had that wave in my high school. I totally would have joined up on the wave.
I think that they were even called the Treble Makers, like out of Pitch Perfect.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I can't necessarily remember. I think so, though.
Okay. Well, definitely some fun forums. I'm trying to think. There's been definitely multiple different things that different styles of music that I've liked throughout my life. And I'm trying to think through what.
No, they're called the Acafellas.
Acafellas.
That's what they're called.
That's really funny.
Yes.
Acapella groups have some of the best
so
group
funny.
names.
I love puns.
Because it's
Play on
always a pun of some sort.
The Acafellas, that's what they were called, and they were awesome.
That's great. We do just have 6 minutes left in this game, so make sure you guys are continuing to get those plays in. Right now, Krager is in first place. Amy May, 1008, is in second. We got 4-Man Rules in third, Curly Jenny in fourth, and UD Wed in fifth. Sixth place is SDL. Seventh is DMJ. Eighth is Scoot. And in ninth place, we got Sarah Honey.
Good to see you out there trying to get back in these top 10. There's a whole bunch of plays still left to be had, so definitely try and make the most of these last 5-6 minutes. And so hopefully we can give out some great prizes. But what was I about to say? Oh, we have the top 10 winners from top 10.
Yes, let's talk about those big-time winners.
All right, well, starting off, who came in 10th place, it was Forget UD at VFW Austin, getting to win $8. 9th place ended up being Kingpin over at Stanchion Bar, winning $17. 8th place was Emma Pie over at Miltona Liquor Store, getting to win $26. Also getting to win $26, coming in 7th, it was Bergar over at Rusty Nail, Thief River Falls. 6th place is Roger Tammy over at the Pickled Loon Saloon, Emily, taking home $23. 5th place was Hokies over at Neighborhood Tavern, getting to win $43. 4th place was Snucky over at Corner Bar and Grill Winstead, getting to win $69. 3rd place was Bry over at Allen's with $87 going in their pocket. 2nd place ended up being JJAA over at Sidetrack, getting to win $174. And our number 1 player was Curly Jenny over at Charlie's Bar, getting to win $261.
Good job to all those players in that first game of this TwinsWinsDay. Definitely a great top 10 in top 10. But we're right now focused on some Vikings victory, and we're hoping we can give out one of these jackpots, $6,912 on the large jackpot, $659 on the small jackpot. Should be good stuff. In first place, anyway, even if you don't take home one of those jackpots, $112 is going out to you.
Absolutely, but we're going to get into our next National Day with you guys as you're finishing out this game of Vikings victory, and we want to get into National Beans and Franks Day. National Beans and Franks Day on July 13th encourages us to make our favorite recipes during National Hot Dog Month. This simple recipe cooks up a delicious dish in no time and goes well with summertime barbecues as well. I think it pairs best with summertime barbecues.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Also known as Beanie Weenies, both dishes are...
Sorry.
That one get you?
It did. I didn't expect it to.
That's definitely a good name. You were saying that you've always known it as Frankenbean.
Frankenbeans, but apparently it's Beans and Franks.
or Beanie Weenies.
See, I've heard it called Beanie Weenies before,
Yeah,
actually.
I've never heard that one.
Oh my goodness, there's a trend right now on social media where they're like, oh, Mom made, and they say Beanie Weenies, but they say it in this most
just
weird,
makes the hair on the back of your neck stick up kind of way.
It's the weirdest voice I've ever heard. Have you seen this?
No, I have not. But
Well, anyway,
yeah, we'll keep on
we'll get
talking
back to the
about.
beanie weenies.
Yeah, both dishes are similar to pork and beans, but substitute hot dogs or
Frankfurters.
yeah, frankfurters for the pork.
Have you ever had a good Frankfurter?
Probably. What's a frankfurter?
It's basically like a hot dog.
Okay, is it somewhere in between like a brat and a hot dog?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Baked beans became popular during the Civil War in the United States. They would later become one of the first canned convenience foods on the market in the 1890s. As a result, baked beans became a staple of the chuck wagon. However, it is unknown when adding franks to the beans became a culinary technique.
A culinary technique.
Yeah.
Put hot dogs and baked beans.
I think it is.
The franks or frankfurters can either be pork, beef, or a combination of both, while the ground meat with spices and seasonings are used before cured. These sausage-style wieners or hot dogs come with or without casings. Before adding them to the beans, the franks are sliced into bite-sized pieces. Yes, and I was wondering why this was something. I was trying to find the song that I was thinking of when I was thinking of this National Day, and I kept getting confused with Pork and Beans by Weezer.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I was like, what's the Frank and Beans song? No, it's Pork and Beans
Pork
by
and
Weezer.
Beans. That's funny. Maybe that's why you're getting Frank and Beans mixed up with pork, because Pork and Beans, and you just decided that, oh, the name has to be just the substitute of the pork and beans, and it has to be.
No, I'm pretty confident in my Frank and Beans.
Everybody's always referenced to it as Frank and Beans.
Yeah, because my dad makes smoked andouille sausage, and he cuts it up real small, and he puts it in his beans with the bacon, and we call him Frank and Beans.
Well, they're telling you that your family's saying it all wrong.
Well, that wouldn't be the first time. We call our TV remote a clicker, so.
That's funny. Makes sense. Well, you guys just have 45 seconds to get the rest of those plays in this game of Vikings victory. So make sure you guys are continuing to do that, as Ann Ban is in first place and just finished up those plays. Timmy and Kay Spears in fifth has a few plays left. We'll see if they can move their way up in these standings. We'll see in the bottom half of these top 10. UD Wed still has some plays left in seventh place, so we'll see what they can do with that. But it looks like the rest of them are out of plays.
Are we in the final 15 seconds?
Yeah, we are in the final, basically. Yeah, now 10 seconds left in this game of Vikings victory.
It's looking like Ann Ban is running away with it.
Yes, it does. But some more about Frank and Beans.
Apparently, it can be a part of a healthy diet.
Well, while Beans and Franks is one name, Van Camp's owns the trademark to the Beanie Weenies name, so it's a trademark name.
Okay.
Another brand name is Franks and Beans, so that's a brand name. That's definitely how you got it.
We got it.
Got it. We do have a winner in this game, as sliding up last second. Timmy over at Neighbors on the Rum was able to sneak into first place and win that $112 prize. Good job, Timmy.
Yeah, absolutely stole it away. That was impressive, Timmy. Congratulations on your first place win. Final 10 seconds you swiped it away. But we'll have that entire top 10 for you guys in just a couple minutes as we can continue to talk about Frank and Beans.
Yeah, home cooks make beans and Franks. 2 recipes can include beans, hot dogs, brown sugar, onions, mustard, barbecue sauce, and spices. The United States isn't the only place recipes are found either. Around the world, beans and Franks have enjoyed wide popularity. Beans and Franks go well with coleslaw, grilled corn on the cob, and vegetable kebabs. Add some iced tea and pie to continue the meal.
That sounds pretty good to me.
Definitely some great things about Frank and Beans on today. I mean, great summertime meal. It's definitely a summertime meal.
Did you know that, like, Scottish and sometimes British, primarily Scottish, in their cuisine, they just take a can of baked beans and they'll open it up and put beans on toast and eat it?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't go for that, but I mean, it's just starch with
Yeah.
some beans on it. It can't taste that bad. It's definitely
I'm
not.
sure they put like a little bit of gravy or some salt or something
Yeah,
on
it's
it.
that. It couldn't be too bad. So
I
definitely,
thought it was interesting.
definitely interesting because you never see that here.
No.
But it's summertime, great meal. What is your perfect summertime meal?
Oh gosh, this is a
Putting you on the
hard
spot right
one.
now.
I know.
I think I may have just had my perfect summertime meal as we went camping with your family when we were able to just mow down on some pulled pork.
Okay, well, that was like a special thing. My dad has kind of maneuvered and created this dolly system where it's like a thing that his smoker sits on with rollers underneath.
Yeah.
And he made that himself. And he took the entire smoker with us to camping.
Yes.
And he smoked pulled pork for 12 hours.
Yeah, he started the night prior.
Yes,
and
he found me at the campfire at like 1 a.m. and he was like, "Come here, I need you to put rub on these."
Yes.
And so I helped him put rub on the pulled pork, and we got him in the smoker, and it was amazing.
Oh, super tasty. You throw some watermelon with that.
Yes.
Get me some corn on the cob,
Yeah.
mac and cheese. I'm trying to think what else I would like in that meal. Maybe like a iced tea, lemonade, whatever is
Arnold Palmer action.
Maybe Arnold Palmer. I wasn't even thinking mixed, but yeah, I would totally mix the two. That's a perfect summer drink right there. So I'll do the Arnold Palmer,
Okay.
watermelon, corn on the cob, mac and cheese, and
Pulled pork.
and two nice hefty sized pulled pork sandwiches,
Okay.
drenched in barbecue sauce. And
All right, dessert.
and for dessert, I'm getting myself a hobo pie. I love that eating a hobo pie.
They are
Throw
so
that
fun.
marshmallow fluff in there. Put some
Yes.
peanut butter. Maybe throw some Reese's in there as well with it.
Yes.
And that's the perfect summertime meal right
Now,
there.
if you guys don't know what hobo pies are, my family has these irons that kind of fit 2 slices of bread on either side, and you can do whatever kind of bread you want, whether you want a savory hobo pie or a sweet one. We start off the night with pizza ones with Italian bread and marinara, pepperoni, all that jazz. But we end off our night with these sweet ones where we get the honey wheat loaf, and you can put marshmallows, chocolate, peanut butter. We have pie fillings and cream cheese. Like whatever you want, you can put it, and then you bake it in the campfire, and it comes out just like a golden little hot pocket, and it is amazing.
Yeah, it's super tasty. So I'll go with that as just purely for summertime reasons.
Okay.
I'm gonna have that hobo pie with it.
All right, and my favorite summer meal is probably like a grilled steak salad that has like grilled corn in it, arugula, balsamic, tomatoes. That sounds so good. Bacon bits, maybe. I'm on a bacon bit kick.
What's the drink with that nice salad?
Peach or raspberry iced tea for sure.
Okay.
Or a mojito
And then
if I'm drinking.
And then when you're heading over to dessert, what is the dessert?
For summer.
Yeah, I feel like pies are great for summer. You got some great summer pies.
You know, summertime, I'm usually craving an ice cream cone.
An ice cream cone.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you gonna what kind of ice cream cone? I mean,
Oh, it really depends.
this is the perfect summertime meal. So you got it.
Perfect summertime meal. I mean, probably like 2 scoops of like Moose Tracks or something on a cone.
Moose Tracks on a nice waffle cone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, definitely some great stuff there. Perfect summertime meal. But before we talk some more, we are in this game of Vikings victory. Game 2 of these games is we have $7,080 on that a large jackpot and $743 on that small jackpot. First place is a big-time player, Bergar, who I think just got knocked out of our PGL standings.
Trying to get back in.
Yeah, we'll see if he can do so. But happy National Frank and Beans Day, as I'm about to hop into the top 10 of that last Vikings victory game. And in 10th place, we got 4-man rules over at Harold's Bar, taking home $18. $18 also went out to the 9th place player, Keeves, over at Clearwater Corners. 8th place is Rabbit over at Pub 69, winning $18. Then we bump up the cash as $28 went out to the 7th place player, B. Mac Nord over at Spalding Sports Bar. 6th place is K. Spears, taking MT's on 8th, taking home $37. $37 went out to 5th place player UD Wed over at or UDW Ed, well, however you want to say it, over at the Great River Bowl. Fourth place is Curly Jenny over at Charlie's Bar, taking home $56. $75 went out to the third place player Krager over at Beartown Lounge. In second place, we had Ann Ban over at Scarda's Bar, taking home $84. And then $112 went out to the number one player, Timmy, over at Neighbors on the Rum.
Nicely done to that entire top 10. We're going to be giving out some great prizes, and I can't believe we still have that line, or that small and that large jackpot on the line. Hopefully we can give it out in this round, but we have another extra game of this Vikings victory tonight as well to get into. But we have our next National Day, as it is National French Fry Day. And National French Fry Day on July 13th recognizes a staple food on menus across the country. It comes in so many different cuts and styles, and there's a favorite for everybody to enjoy. Definitely
A great day, as we just talked about a bunch of our favorite summertime meals. Fries are a top of my list of an anytime meal, as French fries are so tasty. I mean, with every fast food meal, I always get some fries, unless I'm going to Culver's, as that's where I get cheese curds instead of fries. But most of the time, I end up getting fries with my meal, and it's, I love any kind of fry, but I do have my specific favorites. As we listed off our top 3 during the earlier Twins Bingo, you want to recap what our top 3 was?
That's right, and we want Nikki check in and let us know what your top 3 favorite fries are for us as well. But I'd have to say, starting in third, we have the waffle fry going strong.
Yeah, in my third place, I had the sweet potato fry.
Yes, you did. That is a good one for sure. Next up, second place, the curly fry.
Okay, and my second place was the curly fry as well.
All right, and number 1 has to be a good shoestring fry.
Yeah, I put shoestring as well as my favorite. The nice crunch that comes with a shoestring fry.
So good.
Top notch.
Absolutely. But we got Hokies taking over that first place spot. A whole bunch of plays left, though, and I'm guaranteeing a whole bunch more shakeups. But we have some interesting French fry facts to get into with you guys.
Yeah, according to Google, there is at least 15 different styles of fry in existence. Standard, waffle, thick cut, Belgian, curly, steak, shoestring, crinkle cut, sweet potato, cottage, sidewinding, tornado, wedge, and smiley face. In addition to tots, if you count those as fries.
They are.
Yeah, I agree. Which one of these fries are your favorite? We just told us our favorites, but we did get Nikki's favorite.
Yeah, she's a girl after my own heart. Number 3, she's got curly fries. Number 2, she's got waffle. And number 1, she agrees with us. Shoestring reigns superior.
Yeah, she has everyone that's in your top 3, just in a little bit of a different order. I'm the only one that threw the sweet potato in there, but I think that's definitely
still top 5.
That's a top
Still
pick.
top 5.
Yeah, especially during these summer months right now.
Absolutely.
I love sweet potato fries to an extra extent.
Yes.
But to keep on moving on with some fun facts about fries.
That's right, and they actually have a really long history. Apparently, the original dates back to 1775, is describing them as a few pieces of fried potato.
The second French fry reference goes back to Paris in 1789, prior to the French Revolution. We have street vendors on the Pont-Neuf Bridge to thank for the worldwide favorite known as the French fry.
Absolutely. You might be wondering what's the best or most ideal type of potato is for your favorite French fry. Did you perhaps guess or know it was a russet potato?
Good old russet potato. Google shares that russet potatoes do, in fact, make the best French fries, partially due to their starch content.
All right. Sounds pretty cool.
Wonder what types of a potato that the famed Golden Arches use for their French fries. They actually a variety of different potatoes. McDonald's, our world-famous fries, are made from quality potatoes, including russet Barbank, Ranger russet,
Umatilla
russet, as well as
Shepherdie.
Yeah, definitely some interesting stuff there as it comes from a variety of potato.
Yeah, the reputable America's Test Kitchen published their classic French fry recipe, and it requires a few extra steps. Because they are starchy potatoes, it is important to rinse the starch off the surface after cutting the potatoes into fries. They refrigerate the potatoes in a bowl of ice water for at least 30 minutes. When the potatoes first enter the hot oil, they are nearly frozen, which allows a slow, thorough cooking process of the inner potato pulp.
Interesting.
I've actually known this trick, yeah.
I didn't know that. That's really
Yeah.
cool. I mean, I've never made potatoes on my own, so I guess it makes sense. Any
Yeah.
fries? I've never made potatoes either, as I've never had a garden. But
I'll make homemade French fries soon, and you'll be able to tell the difference.
oh, I want to try it. They're definitely
They're
tasty
so
whenever
good.
I've had them. But some more fun facts. There is a national day for French fries, and we're on
It's
it
in
today.
fact today.
13th of July. It has been declared as French Fry Day for potato fans. It falls on a Tuesday this year, so they were saying see you at 11 a.m. to go get your fries. Should be a fun one. French fries are enjoyed around the world, but what might they be called abroad? Insider article shares that French-speaking countries such as France and Belgium use the term
Frites.
frites,
Pommes frites.
short for pommes frites,
Yes.
which itself is an abbreviation of
Pomme de terre frites. It means apple of the earth fries. It is so funny. That's what the word for potato is in
apple
French.
of the earth.
Apple of the earth. Pomme de terre.
That is hilarious. Yeah, or fried potatoes. Another cultural standout is the United Kingdom and
Yeah.
Ireland. French fries are called chips.
Yes,
I knew of
did-
that one.
Yeah, but there's one style of French fries that I've always wanted to try, and it was oh, I just had it, and now pomme de terre has ruined it. Oh, go into the next one, and
Okay.
I'll try and think of it.
Well, this will be the last fact that we
Okay.
talk about, and then we'll talk about that great French fry. The site Home Perch has an
remember it.
awesome list of different types of French fries for potato fans. There's a bunch
Oh,
of different
yes.
of French fries, and be prepared to be shook. They list an amazing 30 types of French fries. Let the frying begin. Most folks have heard of steak, wedge, curly shoestring type of French fries. Well, what about animal style fries?
Poutine. This is actually what I was trying to think of the word for.
Carne asada or some.
The potage bouillon.
Have you tried any of these unusual French fry varieties, or are you more of a classic French fry type?
All right, I love the animal style fry. It's the In-N-Out style.
Oh, so good.
So good. Poutine is actually what I would love to try. I have not tried it before. It's French fries with cheese curds and gravy. And it is like a Canadian French thing. And I would love, love, love to try poutine. I've never tried it. Sounds great. Carne asada fries are delicious.
Ooh, we have hit zeros on this
Ooh.
game, but definitely some great fry flavors.
Absolutely.
And it looks like Hokies is landing in that first place spot, but we'll wait for the first place screen to pop up before we announce that final winner. We'll see if any of those players took home a jackpot in this game too, but the official winner, Hokies over at Neighborhood Tavern in Effie, taking home $100 on that one.
Nicely done. We'll get that entire top 10 for you guys in just a couple minutes as we are getting enrolled in our high-low game, a little top dog. It's going to be a lot of fun where the first place player and the last place player are taking home some great prizes, so definitely get enrolled for this next one as we get into our last national day.
National Delaware Day. National Delaware Day on July 13th recognizes the first state to declare independence from the British. Rich in history, Delaware lands once belonged to New York and later Pennsylvania, but the independent spirit of this beautiful coastal countryside is more than just legendary.
All right. Let's look up some fun facts about Delaware.
Yeah.
And our first one is that its shorelines have some rather spooky names. So if you're not a local and you make a wrong turn on your way to one of the famous Delaware beaches, you might find yourself at a place called Slaughter Beach or at a traverse known as the Slaughter Neck Road. Or worse yet, you might even come across the Murder Kill River.
Oh my
What?
goodness.
Why would they name it
That
those?
is ridiculous. That's fun. I think it's fun to
Yes.
have a bunch of creative different names, but those are definitely interesting.
Absolutely. The names of these locations are haunting to say the least, and there is a great deal of speculation surrounding these ominous monikers. Many of historians have suggested that the names are results of wars that took place along the coastlines, turning the wicked, wild ocean waves into a bloodbath spectacle far and wide. Still, locals maintain the theology that the names derive from the millions of dead horseshoe crabs that have washed up on the beaches.
Oh my goodness. That reminds me of the freaky last name of my brother's surgeon that he had when he had a little bit of he had
yes.
chest surgery, and when he had it, his doctor that ended up doing it, his name was Dr. Slaughter.
Yeah, definitely a very funny last name for someone going into the medical profession.
Oh, for sure. He was a nice guy. Apparently, he did a great job and was good throughout the whole process.
Good.
But definitely an unfortunate name for working in the medical field.
Absolutely. I think that's kind of funny. I'd kind of run with that.
Yeah, I feel like you got to. As you joke about it. It may even bring some relief to like the patients as well, as they're like, oh, this
Let me
guy.
operate on your son. My name is Dr. Slaughter.
We do just have 2 minutes and 25 seconds to get enrolled in this next game. So get enrolled, press play as we talk about another Delaware fact. Delaware's state marine animal is the horseshoe crab. In fact, if the fact that dead horseshoe crabs are known to wash up alongside along the coastline doesn't intrigue you, it might suffice you to know that these ill-fated creatures are the state's official marine animal. Horseshoe crabs are unique because they are estimated to have in existence for over 450 million years and are categorized as living fossils.
Horseshoe crabs are so cool. I remember we found one that already had died and it was washed up on the shore. And so my grandpa had actually taken it and polished it, and he's got it hanging up with all of his marine life and Navy memorabilia in his basement.
Wow, that is so
cool.
interesting.
There used to be a whole bunch of horseshoe crabs that came up on the beach when we were little, though.
I gotta figure out what a horseshoe crab is.
It's the ones with the tails.
Oh yes, I remember those.
Yeah, they're like the huge crabs.
They were all over the place when I lived in Georgia.
I'm
They
sure.
came up on the shore all the time, and
They used
so
to scare me when I was little, but now I think they're fascinating.
really, I totally like messed with them all the time when they were on the beach, and then my parents would yell at me for messing with the animals because they'd be like, "Stop!
That's so
You'll end up
funny.
hurting yourself." But then I was
Yes.
like poking its tail and stuff like that.
That's funny.
Def-
Yeah, very cool stuff.
Definitely some fun stuff, but we do have some really fun stuff to talk about in that last Vikings victory game, as not only we have a top 10, but we had a small jackpot go out.
That's right. It went out to Kingpin over at Stanchion Bar, who got to win $759 that last round. Nicely done, Kingpin. But into our top 10, in 10th place, we ended up having Fight Club over at Welsh's Top 10 Supper Club, taking home $16. Heath over at CC's Bar came in 9th, taking home $16. 8th place was Forget UD at VFW Austin, taking home $16. 7th place, we had Smash Lee over at Mabel Liquor Store, getting to win $25. 6th place is Jeff Cash over at Diamond Point, getting to win $33. Also getting to win $33, coming in 5th place, it was Go Vikes over at VFW Columbia Heights. 4th place was Ashley B over at Charlie's Bar, winning $50. 3rd place was Johnny over at Shady's Railside, getting to win $67. Then Nick JP over at Trail Stop Tavern won $75, coming in 2nd. And our 1st place winner was Hokies over at Neighborhood Tavern, taking home $100.
Definitely some awesome play in that second game of Vikings victory. We're now in a game, our high-low game of top dog, correct? And so we'll see who's the best players, who's the worst players in the state. State. Sioux 2 right now taking over that first place spot early. But we'll quickly go through some more Delaware facts, as its pre-European history is well preserved by the Nanticoke Native American tribe.
All right, our fourth kind of fact about it is that milk is actually the state beverage.
Interesting. I don't know why, but I find that displeasing.
Milk is actually the official drink of quite a few of our states.
Really?
Isn't that horrible?
That isn't. I feel like I would choose some different beverages.
As you should,
Yeah,
but
there's so many good ones out there, and milk's great. I love milk, but it just I don't know why I would. I just don't want it.
22 of 50 states have milk as their official beverage.
Really?
Isn't that ridiculous?
That is a bit ridiculous. Next up, Delaware is home to the Bob Marley Festival.
That is so cool.
Annual People's Festival has been taking place in the Diamond State for more than 20 years now. It's actually a massive musical tribute to a legendary singer, Bob Marley.
That's
Bob
really cool.
Marley resided in Delaware for many years and was known to speak highly of the state.
Very cool. Well, happy National Delaware Day. Do you want to go over the top 10?
Yeah, I'll just go over a few more. Pumpkin Chunk is a thing there. I don't.
Pumpkin Chunkin'. Have you ever seen these? That's where they catapult the big.
Yes, I have seen
big
that.
pumpkins.
Yes, launching the pumpkins. President Obama was spotted digging into a dish at a local charcoal pit.
Very cool.
Okay, Joe Biden is a Delaware guy. A steampunk tree house is part of the scenery.
That's really cool. It looks like it belongs in a Tim Burton movie. The 40-foot tree house that greets many Milford residents is comprised of still adorned in clocks and and sitting slightly off center. That's really cool.
Well, it's also tax-free everywhere.
What?
Yeah, Delaware is only one of only 5 states in the nation that doesn't apply a pesky sales tax to purchase. Feel free to shop here until you drop. Clinton and Trump share the same business address here. The Lego collection is massive. It turns out Delaware got a lot of stake in Lego. Not only is this state with numerous Lego League has a notorious Lego League that was founded in 1999 and is affiliated with NASA TV, but is also home to the largest Lego tower on Earth.
Very cool stuff.
That's crazy. Delaware is the first state to ratify the Constitution. It's how it houses a ship that is 10 stories in stature.
Wow.
It's a low-key haven for East Coast music.
Very cool stuff.
Definitely some awesome stuff. I know we read a little bit about how it's become, it's passed up Florida as one of the best places to go retire to.
Really?
Yeah.
Very cool stuff.
Definitely some awesome.
It's also the second smallest state.
Yeah, it's very,
It's only like 35 feet wide and 100 feet long.
Yeah, it's really, really tiny, which is, I mean, it's interesting for sure.
It's very cool.
We do have Lucky Us in first place, taking over that spot. 72nd spot, the last place spot, is Big Papa. We'll see if they can hold on to it as more of these people finish their plays out. But in second place, we got B Mac Nord. Third place is Curly Jenny. Fourth place is Fight Club. Fifth place is Sue 2. Let's see who's in sixth place. Sixth place, we got Ashley B. Seventh place is Player. Eighth place is Aaron. And in ninth place, we got Megan G.
Nicely done, yeah. One of the last players in our last round who won, coming in 7th, Smashley, is actually one of my favorite characters in one of my favorite movies.
Really? What movie?
Yes, it's called Whip It, and it is a roller derby movie.
Oh, you have told me about
And she
that.
plays, it's Drew Barrymore, and she plays a character, and her roller derby name is Smashley Simpson.
That is great.
That's so funny.
Definitely some awesome stuff. But we got some awesome Twins news that we got to get into. Before we get into the awesome Twins news, we'll talk about the game that just happened yesterday, as they were Andrew McCutcheon and Willie Adams each hit a 2-run homer and outlasted the 3-rain delay, which I feel like just, put it in a bad place that there was a bunch of rain delays.
Boo.
And they won 6-3 on Tuesday night on the opener between the brief border state series between the first place teams. But the second and final game of the series went a different way.
All right, it ended up being a Jose Miranda hit a game-ending 3-run homer against Milwaukee's John Hatter as the Minnesota Twins finally got a timely hit to beat the Brewers 4-1 today.
Yeah, Miranda's third hit of the game traveled to the second deck in left field. The 23-year-old rookie knew it was gone as he threw his bat and looked at the Minnesota dugout before the ball landed. The Twins have 5 walk-off wins this season, and Miranda supplied one with a single against Baltimore's all-star closer Jorge Lopez at the start of the month.
All right.
That's awesome stuff. We even had Rocco Baldelli saying some stuff. He's having a good time, and he should. When you hit the ball like that in front of a great crowd, and you do it off probably one of the 5 most dominant pitchers in baseball, and I might be shortchanging Hader at this point, you can have some fun. He earned his fun right there.
Very, very cool stuff.
Yeah, well, let's talk a little bit about what Miranda has done, what he did just last season, and what he's been doing.
All right, well, Miranda, who broke out last season with 30 homers and a .344 average in 127 games between AA and AAA, has multiple hits in 3 of his last 5 games. He's hitting a .348 with 4 homers and a 16 RBI in his last 14 games.
Yeah, I mean, he's really stepped it up. You know, he's playing AA, AAA, and has even increased his average getting into the big leagues. It's been awesome to see, and it's good to see a rookie step up like that, and we're hoping that we can continue on this race, as that was a big win for us against a #1 seed team.
Very cool stuff. But if you want to show some support for our Twins in the meantime until their game tomorrow, where they're going up against the White Sox, you can check out our latest game. Not the latest one, but the one we've teamed up with them for. Twins Win. It's an awesome one. You can pick a lucky batter in the Home Run Derby bonus round and take home some Grand Slam prizes.
Yeah, let's look up when that Twins-White Sox game is happening.
All right. I know it's going to be tomorrow, and we're going into a 3-game series with them.
Yeah, tomorrow at 6:40 p.m. The White Sox are coming over to Minnesota to take on our Twins. But let's check out how the White Sox have been doing this season, as they look like they are standing right now as the 3rd place in the AL Central with 42 wins, which isn't bad, right behind the Guardians. They also have 45 losses. They'll need a big push to be able to catch up to us, but they are definitely trying to make a push to pass up the Guardians to get into that 2nd place spot, and so they may be a tough matchup.
Wow, the Yankees are doing great.
Yeah, the Yankees are having a nice season, as they are 61-26 this season.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You got the Astros, who are 57-29, having a really nice season in the MLB. 55-34, a little bit worse than the other two. Mets are in the NL East.
Yeah, the Brewers are kind of where we are at right now.
And the Dodgers in the NL West have 56-30 wins, and they're not the only team in that conference that has 50 wins, as the Padres have 50 wins and 39 losses.
All right.
Yeah, some really top-tier teams right now in the MLB, and I think a lot of things can be shaken up, and so we need to continue getting those wins, as nothing is secured right now, and you guys can send that luck over like you were talking about by playing the game Twins Win. Love that game.
Absolutely. But as you guys come out for our Twiking Zone standings each and every day from 12 to 1 and try your hand at whether it be Twins Bingo or Vikings Bingo, we have some crazy top 10s that have been competing this season so far, and I can't wait to see all the shakeups that happen, because right now it's still ties galore. And starting off with the player side of things, coming in from unranked, it was no-show over at McPete's Sports Bar and Grill, coming in and tying it up with Debbie Lou over at VFW Spring Lake Park and Patriot over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. They are all tied in 9th place with 12,000 points. Now in 8th place, we had Dale Dye over at Sergeant Pepper's with 13,000. 7th place is Mikey Wins over at the Floppy Crappie with 14,000. Coming in from unranked all the way into 6th place, saw him out there getting wins today. It's Nan over at Corky's Bar in South Haven with 17,000 points. 5th place, though, getting pushed back from that crazy tie in 3rd. It's Scrub-Eye at Jules over at VFW Spring Lake Park with 24,000. Scrub-Eye was also left from that crazy 3-way tie, now in 4th place at VFW Blaine with 26,000. And the player that was in that tie but held on to 3rd place was Red right at American Legion Fridley with 27,000, but we got a winner.
Lucky us over at Holdingford Municipal Liquor Store, taking home $88 for that first place prize. And it looks like Big Papa was able to hold on to that last place spot. We'll wait for the official standings coming from Nikki in just a moment. But good job to all those players earning some PGL points, as well as a few of you guys taking home some cash prizes.
That's right. We're about to begin enrolled in our final round of Vikings victory. It's going to be a lot of fun. Definitely get enrolled, and we still have that large jackpot on the line as well. We have a little bit of fishing derby action to get into before we end off our night with Jackpot Jungle.
Yeah, that fishing derby game has a large jackpot of $569 and a small jackpot of $281. It should be some really fun stuff after this game of Vikings victory.
That's right, but I do have two final players to talk about in these standings. And in second place, we got Simbob at Corky's Bar in South Haven with 33,000, and our first place player is Loser Dave at VFW Spring Lake Park with 44,000.
Yeah, good job to all those players. Really killing it. Do you think there's going to be any players rising up in these standings after we watched that Twins bingo earlier today?
Absolutely. I'm looking at Nan, I'm looking at Scrub Eye, and who else was out there today?
Ooh, I don't necessarily fully remember that, so it's going to be
I don't either.
I'm going to go with more of a guess in this one, as I'm going to go. Obviously, we definitely saw Nan out there getting the win, as well as Scrub Eye.
Tez and Hools got a whole bunch of wins, so we're going to be seeing a couple players coming in from unranked.
Yeah, we'll see those unranked players. Definitely some fun stuff, but good job to all those players in our top 10. Now moving on to the location side of these standings. In 10th place, getting bumped back from 9th, we got the Bedrock in South Haven with 15,000 points. With 16,000 points in 9th place, getting bumped back from 8th, we got American Legion Pine City. Getting bumped back from 7th to 8th, we got the Floppy Crappie over at Pokegama Township with 17,000 points. With 20,000 points, getting bumped back from 6th into 7th, we got our place on 3rd in Faribault. The location doing all that bumping was Poppers in Virginia, who shot up from 10th all the way to 6th place, now with 21,000 points. With 27,000 points in 5th place, getting bumped back from 4th, we got Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. 4th place, getting bumped back from 3rd, we got VFW Blaine with 28,000 points. Shooting up from 4th into 3rd, breaking out of a tie with Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards, it's Corky's Bar South Haven, now with 41,000 points. 2nd place is American Legion Fridley with 86,000 points. And in 1st place, the first location to get into the 100,000 point club, it's VFW Spring Lake Park with 103,000 points.
Yeah, the first location to get to that point club, super exciting stuff. It's looking like American Legion Fridley is following closely behind, so we might even see a rival for this big time location, as they just kind of ran away with it last season, so it'd be a lot of fun if there's other locations that kept up with them.
Yeah, it does feel like American Legion Fridley. Well, I think they've outscored them over the last week, because they had an over 20,000 point lead at one point last week, and so now they've closed it at least a bit to a I mean, not much better, but a 17,000 point, instead of a 20,000, a 17,000 point lead for VFW Spring Lake Park.
Inching closer, you know, it's the long haul. We're still very early days right now in this season.
Yeah, only about a week and a half done, so make sure you guys continue to come out for Twins Bingo from 12 all the way to 1 every single day.
That's right, but we did get those winners from that high-low game of Top Dog. If you want to go over the biggest loser as well as our top 10 winners.
Oh, yeah, and the biggest loser, just as we expected, Big Papa over at Troubles 2 is taking home $88. Then in 10th place, we had Traveler over at the Whistle Stop taking home $17. 9th place is Aaron over at the Double Wide, also taking home $17. $17 also went out to the 8th place Player over at Trail Stop Tavern, and if you didn't realize that his name is actually Player. 7th place is Megan G over at the Old Northrop Bar, winning $26. $26 in 6th place is Ashley B over at Charlie's Bar. 5th place is Sue 2 over at Diamond Point, winning $26. $26 also went out to the 4th place player Curly Jenny over at Charlie's Bar. 2 of these top 10 players were playing at Charlie's Bar. We may see them get into our top 10 location standings if they keep that up. In third place, we got Fight Club. Well, I shouldn't talk about Fight Club. Over at Welsh's Big Ten Supper Club, taking home $44. Then $44 went out to the second place player, B. Mac Nord, over at Spalding Sports Bar. And in first place, we got Lucky Us over at Holdingford Municipal Liquor Store, taking home $88.
Charlie's Bar has gotten multiple wins in every single round so far.
Wow. Well, again,
At
I
least
wouldn't be
one in every
surprised.
game.
Wouldn't be surprised if they hopped into that top 10 after tonight.
That'd be some really exciting stuff. But we got Ron in first place, Amy May in second, Oma in third, A-Team in fourth, Timmy in fifth. I'm guessing it says A-Team. Am I correct?
Yes, it does say A-Team.
Right on.
As you guys continue getting through this game, you guys have 9 minutes to get all your plays in, so make sure you guys are getting those in and not leaving anything on the board.
No, but if you guys are listening to what we're listening to right now, it's a little bit of Diesel Freaks action. It's an awesome E-Tab game you guys will definitely want to check out. It's got a a Mad Max kind of Road Runner, goo monsters. I don't even know what to call them, but they're super fun characters, great cash on the line, and an awesome theme to play.
It definitely is, so make sure you guys are checking it out, as well as the 50 different Charitable E-Tab games that we have. Play anytime to win huge prizes up to $1,500. All games have small bets between 50 cents and $5. There's awesome bonus and free play rounds in those games as well.
Absolutely, and we would love to see all of those awesome E-Tab games that you guys love and play all the time. So just like those player pictures, send in one holding up your favorite E-Tab game. We would love to see those as well.
Oh yeah, but first place taking over with barely any plays done. It's S&S over at Yesterday's Gone. We'll see if they can continue on that nice streak, as they have a huge lead with just barely any plays even played.
Absolutely, a great start to this game, and you got a bunch of time left, and hopefully we can give out the $7,000 jackpot as well. But we have some awesome things that happened today in music history to get into with you guys, and this first one is a big one.
Yeah, in 1985, the Live Aid concert takes place in Philadelphia and London to raise money for the hungry in Africa. The people who played at it, the Beach Boys, the Four Tops, Paul McCartney, Tina Turner, Elton John, David Bowie, The Who, Queen, Eric Clapton, and Bob Dylan.
That's insane. I would give anything to be at that concert.
That is absolutely ridiculous. We can look up what they were able to make in that concert, as we looked it up earlier today.
Yes, and it was like 1.5 billion people tuned in, and they raised over $140 million for famine relief.
Yeah, organizer Bob Geldof recalled that his panic for the show to come off smoothly actually turned into physical pain for him, and was even quoted saying, "I was frightened that nobody would show up." That is hilarious. Oh, yeah, looking up how many people went to Live Aid.
Yeah, there was 100,000 people in the JFK Stadium, but more than 1 billion viewers in 110 countries.
That is so cool. Definitely some awesome stuff. Irish has taken over that first place spot over at Stadium Sports Bar. We'll see if they can hold on to it, as S&S, I mean, still has so many plays left with a huge point total.
Absolutely, and it said that Queen was actually the band that raised the most money during their set during Live Aid.
Really?
I mean, it's an iconic performance from Freddie Mercury.
Oh, it definitely
He
is.
commanded the stadium of 100,000 people. Like, could you imagine how surreal and euphoric that must have felt?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely sure it did. I mean, one of those just like super talented artists just giving it all on that stage for a really, really cool purpose.
I know. It's even said that the Beatles actually turned down performing, and they later said that they regretted the decision.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Queen didn't open or close the Live Aid show. They performed just at 7 p.m. uncharacteristically in daylight, bookend by a gigantic act like U2, Elton John, and David Bowie.
Yeah, that's right. They were almost late, but it's even said that Elton John went on to say that, Freddie, nobody should go after you. You were magnificent. You were absolutely right, darling. You literally killed them in the audience.
Yeah,
That's
that.
what Elton John said to Freddie Mercury.
I mean, that would be tough. It would be tough to follow them up after what they did at that Live Aid concert.
Absolutely. I mean, it's insane.
That's awesome. We do just have 4 minutes and 40 seconds to get the rest of your guys' plays in, and Ban has taken over that first place spot.
Yeah, because of Live Aid, it made it available enough surplus grain to end the immediate hunger crisis in Africa. And Geldof, the person who put on the show, actually was later knighted by Queen Elizabeth for his efforts.
That is an awesome day in music history.
That's awesome.
So many different good things a part of that. I mean, outside the fact that you had such a star-studded list in that that were playing there, but also the effect that it had in raising so much money. I mean, over $100 million went over to help out the hungry in Africa, fix the crisis apparently at the time, and just really, really cool stuff. I wish we could have a lot more of that kind of stuff
It would
nowadays.
be amazing, and plus you get to see the proper concert etiquette. Like, there was no stampedes, there was no trampling, there was no anger or violence happening in that crowd. They all just genuinely enjoyed it and were there for good reasons. And you see, like, the next biggest concert would probably be like Woodstock, and you just see all the
Oh, it's
chaos that
madness.
ensued happening there. And they actually did great stuff for them in Live Aid. I think this is just an example to follow by.
Yeah, definitely a great concert that was out there, and so definitely a fun day in music history. Next up on our music day in history, definitely a fun artist. In 2008,
I love
Joan
her.
Jett plays a murder victim on the episode called Reunion of Law and Order: Criminal Intent. Her character is a host. Her character hosts a show called Rock and Talk before she meets her demise.
I love Joan Jett. Grew up on her. She is incredible, and I think this is right up her alley. It makes me want to watch. I'm not a big Law and Order watcher, but this makes me want to watch her episode.
Oh, definitely. I want to look up the synopsis for this.
Yeah, but in the meantime, Joan Jett, if you guys don't know, she's an American singer, songwriter, composer, musician, record producer, as well as actress. She's best known for her work as the front woman in her band Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, and earlier founding and performing with the Runaways, which they recorded and released their hit song, Cherry Bomb.
Definitely
It's a good one.
some great stuff there. The storyline of this one is when the host of TV's Rock and Talk is bludgeoned to death by a champagne bottle. Logan and Wheeler's investigation into the seamy music world involves Jordy Black, Wheeler's favorite rock star from high school, whose secret past pushes Wheeler's admiration to the brink.
He so did it.
He so did it. I completely agree.
He's so the guy.
Yeah. But that's so fun that Joan Jett got into that. And it just fits her that she would end up playing a murder victim in her role.
It would only be more fitting if she was the murderer herself.
Yeah.
Like, that is so funny. She is definitely an iconic rock performing woman. Definitely paved the way for women rockers everywhere.
Definitely some awesome stuff there. So definitely some great days in music history as we had Live Aid and Joan Jett playing in Law and Order.
Yeah, so what did you say was your favorite song by her?
Bad Reputation.
Bad Reputation, that is a good one.
Yeah, I think it's just my favorite because I've listened to it the most after watching
Freaks and Geeks.
Freaks and Geeks.
Geeks and Freaks, whatever it's called. Yeah, that's a great show. But mine is probably Crimson and Clover by her.
Yeah, definitely.
Or I Love Rock and Roll is her most iconic.
Yeah, I feel like that one you just got to give, hats off to just because it's so
Crimson
popular.
and Clover finds its way onto most of my playlists.
Oh, for sure. You guys are coming to the tail end of this game as there's only 30 seconds to get the rest of those plays in. And UD Wed is in first place, taking over in the last second. We'll see if anybody else can get in there. As second place, we got Anban. We'll see if any of these other big-time players, and we got 6th place Chelsea, 7th place is Mikey, 8th place is JMD, and in 9th place we got Fight Club back-to-back in the top 10. It looks like Fight Club will be finishing.
We won't talk about that.
No, we won't talk about it. 5th place is SNS, 4th place is Mega Winner, 3rd place is AWP Too Ill For You. 2nd
Too
place.
Ill For You.
Ah, that's a great name right there. We've hit zeros on this game, and so we'll see who ends up getting that first place spot, as it looks like Anban is going to be taking that first place prize home.
Nicely done. You snagged in right at the last second and got your rightful win, as it did get a little gypped from you earlier tonight. Nicely done, Anbam. Taken away. Let's see when the blue screen comes up. There it is over at Stardust Bar. $106 going out to you, Anban. But we'll have that entire top 10 for you guys, and hopefully we gave out a jackpot in that round as well. But you guys are about to begin enrolled in a little bit of fishing derby action, so we're going to let you loose, and we'll be back once you're enrolled in the game.
There it is.
53 balls. we're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago.
Hey guys, and we are back for this Twins Wednesday, and we are in this game of fishing derby action. Should be some really fun stuff, but we just finished up a game of Vikings victory, and so you want to talk about those top 10s?
All right, well, jumping right in 10th place, we had Horse over at Broadway Pizza Brooklyn Park, taking home $17. Mikey over at Boulevard Bar and Grill came in 9th, taking home $17. Then Chelsea over at Tavern on the Avenue St. Paul took home $17, coming in 8th. In 7th, we had JMD over at Lucky 13's Roseville, taking home $26. Irish over at Stadium Sports Bar took home $35, coming in 6th. In 5th place, we had Mega Winner over at Miltona Liquor Store, taking home $35. Then in 4th place, we had App Too Ill For You over at TT's Tilted Tavern and Bar and Grill, taking home $53. Then in 3rd place, we had S&S over at Yesterday's Gone, taking home $71. UD Wed over at Great River Bowl took home $80, coming in 2nd. And our 1st place player ended up being Anban over at Stardust Bar, taking home $106.
Good job to all those players taking home some cash, but they're also taking home some PGL points. But the only way you could take home some PGL points is if you're signed up at PGL.world. So become a member of our league and compete for those points, have access to insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has some really great information in it. And just last week, we sent out a big-time PyCon announcement.
That's right, and it's officially happening.
Yeah, it's official. It's awesome stuff. So get signed up at PGL.world so you can have all this information that we're about to talk about.
All right, guys, if you didn't know, PGL is the place to be because we sent out that last newsletter that let you guys know that PyCon is happening September 15th, that Thursday. We are going to be back at the Ledge Amphitheater in Waite Park, and we had such a great time with you guys out there last year, and this year's legendary musical guest is legendary ZZ Top. Selling out over 50 million records, the Rock and Roll Hall of Famers will be playing their hits at a very special private event just for you guys. Come on out and hear about all of the brand new products and games from Pilot Games. You get to meet with legislators and hear some great tunes, eat some great food, and meet us live. It's going to be a lot of fun. Registration is free for players, but it is required for entry. We will be sending out that registration details shortly, so stay tuned to those emails, and we will be sending them out soon. And if you haven't signed up yet, now is the time to do so.
Oh, yeah, because you want to get that email as soon as possible so that you are signed up. You don't want to be too late. It's all, the venue's completely sold out by the time you get that email and you're signed up at PGL.world. Get it right as it gets sent out, so you can so then you can have a spot for this year's PyCon and watch ZZ Top perform. I mean, those great hits.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be a blast. You guys will definitely want to be in the know about it. And we love showcasing all the players who sign up as well. So when you do so, we get to highlight you guys in a new member spotlight. And a couple of those new players who just signed up were Arctic Bully and Mo, Dilly Bars, D How 1990, True Blood 1, On the D Yell, JoJo H, Soup Chuck, KD Doctor 1977, Mary, Duck Hunter, Testa Count 1. We also had White Claw, Connie, Koja 21, Edgar, and Dr. U-Turns.
Yeah, a bunch of great names out there. I have a favorite name right now, and that's just because I got a good laugh out of it this morning. Dr. U-Turns. I thought it was super funny. And me and Tony, we came to the conclusion that if you have a doctorate in U-Turns, you're probably just a bad driver.
Probably.
And so, good job, Dr. U-Turn, getting it done there. I guess it is a little bit of a science. You know, sometimes, people are better at U-turns than others. And so,
that's true.
Yeah, he must be crazy good at it.
Crazy good. Yeah, mine has to be Soup Chuck once again.
Oh, I love Soup Chuck. I just imagine a soup bowl flying across the room. We do have players getting it done in this game of what are we in? Fishing derby action, as we have that $680 large jackpot and a $336 small jackpot. Gadget Girl is in first place. We'll see how long they can hold on to that. But moving back to 9th place, we got Cha-Cha. 8th place is Winning. 7th place is Deb H57. 6th place is Jody RN. In 5th place, we got Termite. 4th place is Emma Pie. 3rd place is Big Bart. And in 2nd place, we got a big-time player, Sarah Honey. And obviously Gadget Girl in first place.
Yeah, everyone's got a ton of plays left, and you guys have just under 10 minutes left to get those plays in, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and we got $336 on that smallmouth and $680 on that largemouth.
But you guys are earning points towards the PGL standings playing these games, and these are how those standings sit coming into today. In 10th place, getting bumped back all the way from second, we got Jay Stads over at Harbor in Garrison with 104,160 points. With 104,510 points in 9th place, getting bumped back from first, we got Lucky over at Herbie's Bar. 8th place, getting bumped back from 7th, staying in the general spot, but the only player staying in their general spot, we got Chrissy Boss over at Neighbors Route 75 with 106,865 points. The rest of our top 7 moved from unranked to their spots, so you guys could be doing that same thing. In 7th place, we got Keith over at Billy's Rockford with 109,565 points. With 114,780 points in 6th place, we got Big Daddy over at American Legion Litchfield. 5th place is Kugel01 at Beck's Pub with 121,010 points. With 125,375 points in 4th place, we got Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill. 3rd place is Nixon over at VFW Roseville with 127,850 points. 2nd place is Yak 2102 over at Riverbend Bar and Grill with 130,800 points. And then number 1 player playing at Eagles St. James with 140,740 points, we got Diesel.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see what shakeups are going to happen tomorrow coming into these standings. So I'm going to have to check those out and make sure you guys are coming out for Cup of Joe, where we're going to be going over where all the big shakeups happened.
Yeah, Diesel may be a big fan of Diesel Freaks, the game we're listening to right now.
As he should be.
Definitely some great stuff. Good job to all you players. And the players out right now getting those points. We'll see if they can get into the top 10.
Absolutely, but I'm going to hop into the location standings. And starting off with an unranked location coming into 10th, it was Eagles St. James in St. James, now sitting with 320,675 points. Another player coming in, or location coming in from unranked into 9th, it's Cabin Bar Nicolette with 342,390 points. Another location unranked coming into 8th, it was Corner Pocket and Rice with 354,625 points. Now jumping up from 9th into 7th, it was VFW Northfield sitting with 360,945 points. And another unranked location now in 6th place, a huge jump for Atomic Star Tavern in Mankato. They now sit with 411,185 points. But with 420,165 points in 4th place, or in 5th place now, it's Miltona Liquor Store. 4th place getting pushed back from 2nd, it's VFW Dilworth, now sitting with 451,070 points. But jumping up from 6th into 3rd place, a big time riser, our last season's champions, Poppers in Virginia, now sitting with 492,725 points. 2nd place is Mabel Liquor Store, rising from 3rd, now in 2nd, with 513,030 points. But number 1, still holding on to their spot from last week, it's Howie Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud with 547,860 points.
Yeah, the only location in the entire top 10 to be able to maintain their exact spot where they were, Howie Sports Bar and Grill, has been a player to contend with in this season 12.
Absolutely, but I think after tonight they might have been shaken up.
Yeah, I mean, with all these wins, it definitely could happen. We do just have 5 minutes and 50 seconds to get the rest of those plays in, so make sure you guys don't leave anything on the board, as winning has been able to take over that first place spot. Let's check out where the top 5 is sitting, though, right now, as 2nd place is Gadget Girl out of plays. So we'll see if she can hold on to that. Sarah Honey in 3rd place has a few plays left. 4th place is We Win with a few plays left. And in 5th place, we had Big Bart out of plays.
All right, but we do have some exciting wild news to talk about, as they had a huge shakeup as they traded Cam Talbot, and we have a couple reasons on why that happened.
Yeah, because it's a big time trade. You're kind of questioning, why would we give up one of those super talented players that we have? But like you said, I mean,
we were talking about this as soon as they hired Marc-Andre Fleury.
Oh yeah, and so it's been one of those things that we've thought about ever since that happened. And here are those reasons why we had this big change. changeup. Cap savings. The most obvious answer is that Talbot was much more expensive, and considering that everything the Wild do for the next 3 years will have the shadow of the twin buyout of Ryan Sutter and Zach Price all over them, creating some more room in a simple move was a no-brainer.
Yeah, definitely. The next one is young potential. At just the age of 24 years old, Gustafsson is essentially a goaltending infant. While more and more goalies are making the NHL at younger ages, there is still plenty of potential in the player and the Wild's group of under 25 players to get even stronger.
Yeah, I really like the addition of getting younger in our entire locker room, just because we have so much young talent. If they can develop, grow with each other, we can keep them on the roster for a while. We can create a team that can compete for championships.
Absolutely.
Next up is a clarity in roles. The minute Fleury was acquired at the trade deadline last season, questions about how the Wild will handle the relationship between two veteran goalies that want to be bona fide starters. It is a tough balancing act that really tested the strength of management's ability to communicate well with their players. And while it was good for the last few weeks of the regular season and the playoffs, when Fleury signed for 2 more years, you could tell that was a bit of a tipping point in the situation.
Yeah, but it was really true that Bill Guerin really just wanted to do well by Cam, and he loves to be a player pleaser, but in a good way. He seems to genuinely just want to do right for them. So for the most part, he's there to chat and really hear what they have to say. And he did just that with Talbot ever since signing Fleury to his extension. It's not just some strenuous boss-employee relationship, but maybe it goes a little beyond that. And the second Talbot expressed any doubts of being able to play his entire season in his weird tandem, he got his move out of town.
Yeah, and I think that's how you create that respect between management and player. The reason you can have for a playoff series have 2 bona fide starting level goalies with Cam Talbot and Fleury. The reason that can work for the end of the season is due to that kind of management style. And I think you like to see owners do well by players, and seeing that continue to happen will push into having a really good team later on.
Absolutely. But in the meantime, if you want to show some support for our Wild, you can check out the awesome eTab game that we've teamed up with them for. Let's Go Wild. You can even check out that slap shot bonus round and take home some great prizes along the way as well.
Yeah, definitely a fun time playing that game of Let's Go Wild. And you guys should be having a fun time out there on the lakes, as we're checking in with Alexandria area lakes. This report was done by Explore Minnesota on July 7th. Alexandria area lakes are giving up walleye at the summer structures, including weed lines, underwater humps, and sunken islands in 18 to 35 feet of water. Crawlers and leeches on live bait rigs are turning the majority of fish. Nice numbers of bass can be found on the deep weed lines. For the most action, use net rigs, skirted bass jigs, and Texas rigged plastics. Crappies and bluegills are also congregating and roaming the weed lines in 12 to 22 foot depths. Small jigs with plastics have been very effective.
All right, well, I know you guys are going to be taking a whole boatload of photos when you're out there getting those big catches and plastering them all over your Facebook page, but we want you to do exactly that while playing Pilot games. We want to see you out there having a blast, whether you're holding up a big jackpot, your favorite eTap, or just your best buddies next to you. We want to see you out there having a blast with Pilot. You can send in all of those amazing player pictures with the hashtag Pilot Games on any of your social medias, on directly our Facebook page, or you can email them us directly at jackpots@pilotgames.com.
Definitely some great stuff there. As you guys are coming to the tail end of this game, as you guys just have 30 seconds to get the rest of your plays in. Winnings in first place. Second place is Gadget Girl. Third place is Sarah Honey. Fourth place is Termite, and I missed the 5th place player. But 6th place we got Emma Pie. 7th place we got Buckaroos. In 8th place we got Big Bart, and in 9th place we got Hubba Bubba.
That's right, but you guys have just about 15 seconds left to get the rest of those plays in. We'll get that entire top 10 for you guys in just a couple minutes, and as we get in our rolling screen, we have an awesome player picture to show you guys.
Oh, for sure, we want to show off that player picture. I might even be able to show it off after we get off this blue screen. We got winning over at the shortstop Fridley, taking home that first place prize of $55 in this game of Fishing Derby. Good job winning.
Nicely done, but we'll get that entire top 10 and the winnings for you guys in just a couple minutes as you guys get enrolled in our final game of Jackpot Jungle. We have a great jackpot on the line, and you guys absolutely need to be getting enrolled for it. But can you play it?
Yeah, here's
There
that
it is.
$82,295 jackpot that went out over the weekend. Was absolutely
Yes.
awesome to see go out, and you don't see that big of a jackpot go out every
No,
day. The
and-
largest jackpot of season 12.
That's right, and it went out to Tom Rocks, and they were playing over at Broadway Bar. Nicely done, and that was a great jackpot to take home.
Definitely some great stuff there. But we're getting into this final game of this Twins Wednesday, a game of Jackpot Jungle.
You don't need to
I
check.
don't know why I blanked out on the name. Where we got a huge
Amateur.
prize, over $13,000 available on this one, closing in on over $14,000. How much do we have available in this one? Oh, it's, still growing. $14,145 available on this one. So make sure you guys continue to get enrolled in these next 4 minutes. I mean, on a 25-cent card to take home 14 grand would be some crazy stuff.
Not bad at all.
Speaking of crazy stuff, we are in a crazy sweepstakes for Ndamukong Suh, which just got a little bit lighter as the Cleveland Browns have been reported to be out of the picture to land the former 5-time Pro Bowl defensive tackle. But both the Vikings and the Las Vegas Raiders are still holding conversations in effort to secure his services. According to the reports, the hope is that Suh will ultimately make that decision before the start of training camp.
Does training camp happen like the first week in August?
I don't know the start date of training
Okay.
camp, but I think adding Ndamukong Suh would be a huge add to our defense. Getting another veteran onto this team is always good, as we're kind of in a win-now situation, and I think he would be that great run-stopping D-tackle that could clog up the middle.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and he's played in cold weather before, was a big Detroit Lions player for a long time. So I don't think you got to worry about him playing in the cold weather of the NFC North.
No, but I think they'll be a great fit to get him back up there.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, I think a lot of Lions fans would be upset with having to play against the Ndamukong Suh every single week. It should be some really, really good stuff. So hopefully we get that signing. But if we don't, I still think we have a great roster ahead of us. And you guys can send some luck this offseason to our Vikings. We're playing the great ETAB game, Vikings Victory. Pick a letter in the skull bonus to win some big prizes.
Absolutely. It's a lot of fun. One of our favorite ETAB games that you guys should definitely check out. But you guys have just about 2.5 minutes to get enrolled in this final game. But as you guys play on our happy hour shows from 4 to 6, the $1 edition of Jackpot Hunter gives out a bunch of great prizes, but it also gives you guys a chance to compete against each other in our Jackpot Hunter standings.
Yeah, and in 8th place, we have a two-way tie in our Jackpot Hunter standings between Slappy over at Carboni's Pizza, CR Billards, and Player over at Tankers Bay Bar and Lanes. They both have 8,000 points and got bumped back from 7th place. In 7th place now, getting bumped back from 6th, we got Tesla over at Friends Bar and Restaurant with 9,000 points. Getting bumped back from 3rd, we got a three-way tie in 4th place between Crazy Kid over the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45, Wolfstein over at Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards, and Jay Surma over at Grumpy's Bar and Grill in Roseville, all with 10,000 points. 11,000 points for the big riser from 9th into a 2nd place tie. We got Kirby over at American Legion Fridley, tying it up with O. Lars over at Anamia Vets Club. Like I said, both of them 11,000 points, but with a big lead right now, 24,000 points. Playing at Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards in 1st place, we got Funk.
Absolutely. Well, on the location side of things, we start off with the tie being formed in 9th. We got Dugout Bar and Grill in Bethel tying it up with VFW Coon Rapids. They both have 10,000 points. Another tie in 7th place between Friends Bar and Restaurant in St. Cloud and Country Lounge in St. Paul. They both have 11,000. Then in 6th, it's Mabel Liquor Store with 12,000. 5th place is American Legion Fridley with 19,000. But with 25,000 in 4th place, it's Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 in Hilltop. Next up in 3rd place, we got Anamia Vets Club with...
Oh.
We got Anamia Vets Club with 29,000 points. 2nd place is VFW Spring Lake Park with 34,000. And in 1st place, it's Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 56,000 points.
Definitely some awesome stuff there for those locations. And Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards, the first location to get into that 50,000 point club.
Yeah, weren't they the champions of Season 8?
I think they were I
Season
think
8 or
season
starting in
8,
9?
season 9. I know they won back-to-back seasons not too long ago.
It might be 8 and 9 then, because I came in right at the beginning of 9.
Okay, so yeah, big-time winners. They're always at the top of these jackpot hunter standings, and I wouldn't be surprised if they hold on to it for a majority of this season. But you got big-time locations like VFW Spring Lake Park, and not to forget about Corner Bar Goodhue, who's won the last 2 seasons.
Absolutely, some big-time stuff, but we are officially in this game of Jackpot Jungle. We got a great prize on the line in large M of $31 each and $14,169 on that jackpot. But we got those top 10s from our Fishing Derby game.
Oh, yeah, and in 10th place, we got Kayla over at the Mustang Bar with $33. $33 went out to Hubba Bubba over at Neighbors Route, taken in 9th place. 8th place is Big Bar over at Willie McCoy's of Andover with $33. $33 went out to 7th place player Buckaroos over at Rustic Saloon. 6th place is Emma Pie over at Miltona Liquor Store with $33 going to her. $33 also went out to We Win over at American Legion Lewiston in 5th place. 4th place is Termite over at VFW St. James, taking home $44. $49 went out to the 3rd place player Sarah Honey over at VFW Austin. Then Gadget Girl in 2nd place over at Docks Landing took home $49. And $55 went out to the 1st place player, winning over at the shortstop Fridley.
Nicely done to all of our winners, especially throughout the entirety of this night. We got a whole bunch of players one ball away on this line prize, but we do have some celebrity birthdays to get into with you guys. And our first one on this day in 100 BC was Julius Caesar, the Roman military and political leader.
Yeah, definitely one of those iconic Roman leaders that almost seems closer to myth than he does actual reality.
Yes, 110%.
Because I've seen more probably cinematic portrayals of him than actually reading about him in like history books and stuff like that.
Didn't he have a romance with Cleopatra? I think so.
Did they?
Yes, I think so.
Oh, okay. We do have a line prize going out to Redbird over at Besida Bar and Grill. Good job to Redbird. Now we're working on a $31 large M. We'll see who can take this one home. As we get into this next celebrity birthday, born in 1895, we got Sidney Blackburn, American actor. And probably the most interesting thing about him is that he played Teddy Roosevelt in 7 different movies, but was also an actor in Rosemary's Baby.
Yes, and it's funny because he looks nothing like Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah, so I don't know why he got the role so many times, but he must have been pretty good at it, at least doing some kind of interpretation of him.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of strange. He looks like him when he puts on the mustache and the...
when he gets fully designed up, he ends up looking like Teddy Roosevelt.
It's quite the transformation. It's quite funny.
That is great. Happy birthday, Sidney Blackmer.
Yeah, next up in 1934, we had Wolsink Soyinka, the Nigerian playwright and poet known for Road, and also won the Congie's Harvest Nobel Prize in 1986.
Yeah, really cool stuff. We can look up a little bit more about him as... he is known, Nigerian playwright, novelist, poet, essayist in the English language. He was awarded the 1986 Nobel Prize in Literature, the first sub-Saharan African to be honored in that category.
Very cool.
Yeah, he was born to the Yoruba family in Abeokuta.
Abukula.
Definitely some really cool stuff there.
Very, very cool. He is best known as a playwright, though. Alongside his literary career, he also worked as an actor in theaters in Nigeria as well as Great Britain.
That's awesome. Happy birthday. How would you say his name?
Wol Soyinka.
Next up, born in 1940, very iconic actor, Patrick Stewart. He's in Star Trek The Next Generation as Captain Picard, as well as in the X-Men series playing Charles Xavier.
We gotta love Professor X. And I was talking about it earlier on TwinsBingo, but he is actually best friends with Ian McKellen, who plays Magneto in the X-Men series. So they're kind of frenemies almost.
Yeah, one of the top tier bald actors. My top 3 list, you got Vin Diesel, Patrick Stewart. This is in no particular order. And
what were you saying?
he said my top 3 bald actors.
Oh.
Shave.
Oh my gosh.
And so I said Vin Diesel, Patrick Stewart, and gosh. Yeah, I'm going to go with Bruce Willis.
Okay, I've got mine.
Okay.
Samuel L. Jackson,
Okay.
Stanley Tucci, and probably Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, top three right there.
Stanley Tucci's my favorite, though.
Happy birthday, Patrick Stewart. He doesn't just do acting, though. He also does production, television, film, and video games. He has been nominated for an Oliver, a Tony, Golden Globe, Emmy, and Screen Actors Guild Award. He received a star on Hollywood Walk of Fame on the 16th of December in 1996.
Yeah, this is, I'm just going to show him a photo of Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen and their matching hats that they wear whenever they hang out.
That's awesome. We are still working on this $31 large M. And in 1942, one of my favorite actors of all time, Harrison Ford, was born, American actor in Star Wars, Indiana Jones, as well as Blade Runner. But his roles as in Star Wars and Indiana Jones are some of the most iconic roles from my childhood.
Absolutely.
For a lot of people's childhood, is like that was not only just like one of my favorite childhood movies. It's a lot of people's favorite childhood movies before, even before like I was born. Like it's been an iconic for a lot of people.
Absolutely. I'm taking a peek at his other movies to see if there's anyone that really stand out to me, but I can't say that there is.
Yeah, really, really good actor. You just watched 42
Yes.
For the first time, which
Barely recognized him.
yeah,
in it.
didn't recognize him, but he does a good job of doing a portrayal.
Do
in
that role, yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, happy birthday, Harrison Ford.
Next up in 1944, we have Erno Rubrik, the Hungarian inventor who made the Rubik's Cube.
Awesome. Never finished one, and I probably never will.
I know there's a trick to it. If there's a specific pattern that you follow, that if you just keep doing that pattern, it'll make it correct.
I don't believe that.
There is. There was one kid. He was a little spastic. He was a little crazy. He was like, just a little crazy. That's all I can really use
I feel
to
like that
describe him.
only works
but-
if you take it apart in a certain pattern.
I'll look it up. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but I distinctly remember him being like, well, if you twist it this way, this way, this way, and just repeat this pattern over and over, he got it done.
I don't believe it. Don't believe it. I think he set it up to work. But happy birthday, Erno Rubik. Next up, born in 1946, we got Richard Cheech Marin, Chicano, American comedian, part of Cheech and Chong, actor in The Golden Palace, Nash Bridges, as well as now an art collector.
Yes, Richard Anthony Cheech Marin is an American actor, musician, comedian, activist, and also a known... I don't know if I can say it.
No.
Okay.
Definitely a really fun character. And what's even better is, his iconic mustache from Cheech and Chong.
Yes.
His dad rocked that iconic mustache for a while during his youth.
Hey, Will's almost there himself.
I would love it if he grew out that mustache. It would be awesome.
We got our large M winner, though.
Going out to Hokies over at Neighborhood Tavern. Taking home $31 as we only got 4 balls to try and give out this $14,000 jackpot.
We got 6 balls. This is a 54. Oh, no, this is 52. We're on
Yeah.
a Wednesday night.
No, we definitely are.
We
But
got a player in line, though.
next up on our list, 1956, Michael Spikes, an American boxer, undisputed world light heavyweight title from 1983 to 85, linear world heavyweight title in 1985 to 88, and then was an Olympic gold middleweight in 1976.
Wow. Impressive. Next up in 1962, we got Tom Kenny, the American voice actor, and he did SpongeBob.
Awesome. Next up, born in 1969, we got Ken Jeong, an American comedian and actor, is a part of Community, and is very iconic for his role in the Hangover series.
Yeah, as Leslie Chow.
Yeah, definitely a funny actor that I found a lot funnier in middle school.
Yeah, but oddly enough, as raunchy and crazy as his humor is, he is a child. He is a pediatrician.
Yes, he's a pediatrician.
That is so funny.
No, it's very, very funny.
I'm sure there's a wait list of people who want to take their kids to him.
Oh my goodness, I would want to because it would be hilarious.
That would be a great experience. Well, next up in 1969, we got Sean Batch, the English darts player. He was the first player to hit a perfect 9-dart finish on live television in 2002.
That is insane. 9-dart finish. That is really impressive stuff. And the final celebrity birthday, born in 2305. We got Jean-Luc Picard, a fictional captain on Star Trek Next Generation. And if you don't know, that is the character that Patrick Stewart plays.
I was going to say.
Yes, that
Makes
is.
sense.
Well, definitely some great celebrity birthdays as we got the final the final Musco prize going out here.
That's right. We got Deed at Pappy's over at Pappy's in Vandover and Jody RN at Cabin Bar, both splitting up that prize. Each of you getting $23. Nicely done as our final jackpot winners. But we want to talk about a very specific jackpot winner.
Yeah, Tesla over at Friends Bar and Restaurant took home $34,850 over the weekend. And everybody playing at Friends Bar and Restaurant is supporting the St. Cloud Youth Hockey Association. Their mission is to strive towards providing all members with a positive growing environment, which enhances a competitive spirit, defining sportsmanship and respect for others through the sport of hockey.
Well, it's been a great Twins Wednesday. We're about to let you loose to finish off this final hour of School Bingo. Have some fun, win some prizes, and remember, while you play pilot games, your community wins.
See you guys.
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Hey guys, and we love playing that lunchtime bingo from 12 all the way till 1 every single day. It's an absolute blast to watch you guys earn some points towards the twiking zone as well as a little bit of cash.
Absolutely, and we love seeing where all these players are getting their points. And as it stands in 10th place, we got Pooba over at Meister's Bar and Grill with 123,000. We got Doggo 11 over at the Polar Lounge in 9th place with 125,000. But with 147,000 points in 7th place, we have a tie between Bobo at Corner Bar and Goodhue and Yo-Yo over at the Red Go. 6th place sets with GTZ at the Midi with 175,000 points. Then in 5th place, we got Lucky Tim over at Whitefront Saloon with 196,000. Then with 211,000 points in 4th place, we have Nan over at Corky's Bar in South Haven. 3rd place is with Mikey Wins at Steve-O's with 225,000 points. Then in 2nd, it's Simbab over at Corky's Bar in South Haven with 231,000 points. And in 1st place, leading our leaderboard, it is Scrub-Eye at VFW Blaine, sitting with 324,000 points so far.
Yeah, it really feels like Scrub-Eye has sealed up that 1st place spot for this season 11. But you never know. Sometimes craziness happens in the last few days. Let's head to the location side of these standings as we got in 10th place Carboni's Pizzeria and Pub, Oak Park Heights, with 198,000 points. With 279,000 points in 9th place, we got Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. 8th place is VFW Blaine with 291,000 points. With 311,000 points in 7th place, we got Eagles Rochester. 6th place is Corner Bar and Goodhue with 315,000 points. With 322,000 points in 5th place, we got Our Place on 3rd and Faribault. 4th place is Steve-O's and Crystal with 341,000 points. With 578,000 points in 3rd place, we got Corky's Bar South Haven. 2nd place is American Legion Fridley with 606,000 points. And then that number 1 location, I mean, think about it. Our top 10 locations, the 10th place is at 198,000 points. Our number 1 location, VFW Spring Lake Park, is sitting at 1,007,000 points. It just has dominated this season.
That is insane to see. We've loved watching all these locations grow to new heights and setting a record for season 11. Well, make sure you guys are coming out each and every day from 12 to 1 to try your own hand at that Twins Bingo.
Hey guys, we love giving out jackpots, and we gave out our first jackpots over this season 11 over the season 12 over the weekend, and let's talk about them.
All right, well, that first one we ended up giving out went out to Chuck 2931 over at VFW Fergus Falls. They got to take home $633.
Then we had Tracy F over at Sundance Golf Banquet Bowl on that Friday take home $665.
Nicely done. Next up, we gave out some money to Lucky over at Castaway Cushion, who took home $698.
Then $629 went out to Failbot7 over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards.
Nicely done. And then that final jackpot that went out on Friday went out to Conehead over at Maple Liquor Store, who took home $635.
Definitely some fun stuff. But getting Saturday started off right, we had Why Not Me? Well, why not you? Taking home $642 over at Beatles Bar and Grill.
Nicely done. Next up, we got JJNC over at Stanley's, who took home $617.
Then we had Slappy over at American Legion Fridley, taking home $3,773.
Nicely done, the biggest jackpot of that past weekend. But next up, we gave out some cash to Jen SSBGC over at Springbrook Golf Course, who took home $610.
Yes, and then on Sunday, getting our Sunday started off right, we had Petunia over at Westwood Marina, taking home $615.
Nice job, Petunia. Next up, we had M. Dairy over at Beaver Bottom Saloon, taking home $608.
Yeah, good job. We had Luther over at the Sunset Cove Resort, taking home $1,782.
Nicely done. And then we had G-Force over at Bourbon Room Cross Lake, taking home $767.
Joni, the final jackpot of Sunday, went out to the Poorhouse of Clark's, taking home $768. But since we had a long weekend heading into the 4th of July, let's talk about that 4th of July jackpot.
All right, well, we gave out one on the 4th, and it went out to Vinny over at Municipal Liquor Store Akeley, who got to take home $633.
Well, definitely some great jackpots going out there. And if you guys want to earn some more jackpots, make sure you're coming out from 12 all the way till 10 o'clock every single day for a little bit of bingo action.